SexyHackers.com.
Sexy Hackers Clothing presents a podcast where anything can happen, so long as somebody thought it up and wrote it down in a book. Warning: do not read this book straight through from beginning to end. These pages contain many different adventures that you may have on what starts out as the worst day of your life. From time to time, as you read along, you will be asked to make a choice. Your choice may lead to success or disaster. The adventures you have are the result of your choices. You are responsible because you choose. After you make a choice, follow the instructions to see what happens to you next. Think carefully before you make a decision. Sometimes you have one of those days where nothing goes right. Even if you manage to make it through your summer vacation in one piece, you may not live happily ever after. Good luck.
SexyHackers.com.
Life is like a story with many paths to choose. I gotta get some good friends to help me make it through. So here's the plan. Just take my hand, the adventure's just begun. And all we have to do is turn to page fun.
And welcome to Turn to Page Fun!
Ooh.
The only podcast where I, your host, Nick Vera, read through a bunch of game books like Choose Your Own Adventure and the like, Twist a Plot, etc., with a group of my very, very funny friends, and we review them. An idea that is so great, I immediately stole it from my partner and froze her out of the production process. We are currently reading through The Worst Day of Our Lives by Edward Packard, copyright 1990 by Bantam Books and Edward Packard. With me this week, I have all the way over on my left, musician, improviser, good friend, Mr. Brian Bear.
And the best star pilot in the galaxy. No, wait, I did that backwards. Hi, Nick.
That's and a good friend.
Hi,
Burnt him alive. He was such a good friend, I let him die on a beach. I just walked away without a second thought. He had betrayed me. He was supposed to be the chosen one, and he wasn't, and I couldn't deal with that.
He did not listen how I had the high ground, so I just had to walk away from him. He was clearly just delusional and insane.
Even though I must have told him 1,000 times about how badass it was when I jumped out of that weird pit and killed Darth Maul when he had the high ground. So he was pretty sure that he could do the same thing to me, but he couldn't.
Yep, that exactly describes our friendship.
That is exactly our friendship.
Oh boy.
Yes, and I will look over your child on the sandy planet of Tatooine until it comes time for me to give him a weapon that will slice right through him without any training whatsoever.
Right.
Your father wanted you to have this.
But your uncle wouldn't allow it. Now go work on his pig farm. I'm doing good. I think that's good enough for me.
All right.
Let's move on.
Okay. And over on to my left, the Uncle Owen to Brian Bear's Anakin Skywalker. Miss Stacy Pawlowski with a weird look on her face.
I don't get the reference.
Miss Stacy Pawlowski is also a improviser, talented comedian, and a mad scientist, and a tutor of English for adorable Chinese children.
Most of them are.
Now, you don't suck their energy out, right?
Yeah, straight through the computer.
Oh,
Whoa!
Oh, yeah. Out of them. Okay. Good to know. Remind me not to FaceTime with Stacy.
You're not young. I don't want your energy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, mine's all old and like tiring.
She won't get much energy from you.
Yeah, you'll be like, oh,
maybe a week
energy.
or two.
Ugh. It's accelerated my aging.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
like a
curse.
wraith.
That's how I do it. Yep.
How are you doing, Stacy?
Awesome. I'm really excited because I ordered a Turn to Page Fun hoodie.
Oh, that is right. We have Turn to Page Fun t-shirts and hoodies.
But how did you order it?
Sexyhackers.com.
All right.
I'm super excited about it because the t-shirts are so nice. I'm assuming the inside of that sweatshirt is so soft.
Yeah. I should pick one of those up too.
Sexy
I'm
Hackers
legit
clothing.
excited.
Yeah.
Clothing that is oh so stylish, comfortable, and efficacious.
Yes. There's that word again.
How dare he use that word? And finally, over on my right, we have the Lando Calrissian to our Han Solo, Mr. Ron Swanson, comedian, blogger, and professional, not Nick Offerman.
Nick Fuhr, you truly belong with us here in the stars.
How are you doing today, Ron?
Ha, Han, I'm all right.
Oh.
It's Han, but no, it's Han.
Yeah.
Is it Han or Han?
It's Han, but he called him Han in Empire Strikes Back, so that's why they have that joke in Solo when he calls him Han. He's like, it's Han, and he goes, whatever, Han.
Yeah. Was that part of the deal though, or?
Oh, this deal's getting worse all the time.
Oh.
No, if I was Han, I would just start calling him Londo then.
Londo.
Yeah.
I went to Celebration 3, actually, the Star Wars convention, and Billy D. Williams was there, and he is the funniest guy. When he starts talking about Return of the Jedi and talking about how the Sarlacc looks like a nightmarish vagina is the funniest thing in the world. He got the giggles and could not stop laughing. He's like, I don't know how that movie was PG.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Currently, we are reading through The Worst Day of Your Life by Edward Packard, copyright 1990, Bantam Books. And so far in this book, we have been sent over to work at our uncle's pig farm, while the rest of our family goes to Hawaii.
Because they're dicks.
Because they're dicks.
But we are also a dick.
But we're also a dick, because we were from a family of dicks, raised by dicks, turned out to be dicks.
Long line of dicks.
Surrounded by dicks.
Keep firing. And we had shot one of our toy rockets onto the roof of our neighbor. It burned a hole in the roof. We have to pay it off. We're going to our Uncle Norbert's pig farm to do so over the summer. In the meantime, our bus stalled out on the way over there. There was tornadoes coming. We decided to get off the bus, walk to Norbert's farm, which is only 6, maybe 10 miles away. We got picked up by a creepy storm chaser
Who saved our life.
He was
saved our
totally
life.
nice. He was
yeah,
totally fine.
he turned up. Well, he was indifferent to us. I feel like.
He was fine.
He did just drop us off at a closed gas station, and it was like, you're on your own.
I think that was probably because we were being an asshole.
Yeah.
And he dropped us off at a closed gas station where we fell into a stinky sewer ditch. And then we came out of the sewer ditch, and a crazy old man found us who was looking for his pet alligator.
Yes.
And he knows who our uncle is, but he is like, I'm not going to take you to your uncle right away because I need to find my alligator. And so in the first episode of this book, we chose to go with him. And now we're going to choose to say, screw you, old man. We're going to wait and not help you at all.
I just
Can't trust a
realized-
man with an alligator for a pet.
I just realized too we could have gone in the sewer. So maybe if this ends pretty quick, we could go
Oh, right.
Oh,
into the sewer because we're already covered in it.
Yes.
All right.
Covered in the poop.
You figure you have a better chance waiting for another ride rather than going with the old man on an alligator hunt. But after a couple of hours standing in the rain,
You don't even move.
you're not so sure.
We could have just walked to the farm.
Several cars drive by, but they take one look at you and your torn, muddy clothes and drive on. Rain falls. More rain falls. Finally, when you don't think you could stand it any longer, you see a pair of headlights approaching. You dash out into the middle of the road and wave your arms frantically.
Always
God.
a good plan.
Even though you could be run over, you're not about to let this car get by without stopping to pick you up.
Just jump in front of
Oh,
him.
maybe it's old Miss Baylor.
With her Porsche.
She's not old. She's like
It's
young
true.
and hot.
Her hair is beige.
You guys. The car stops. It's an unusual car for these parts.
It is.
A sleek new Porsche.
Wow.
Nice. I called it.
Oh, damn,
Yeah.
Brian.
But is she going to let us in it?
The driver's face appears. It's a woman who looks to be about your mother's age. Why, you poor thing, she says in a soft, lovely voice. You need help. Come, get in the car right away. You hesitate. The white leather upholstery is so clean, and you're so dirty. The woman laughs, putting you at ease.
So dirty.
No.
That's not making nope.
You are okay. So no, we haven't talked about who you are. You are a dark-haired young man, white young man, because those are the only people with stories.
Oh, yeah.
But you are definitely an adolescent,
Yes.
and you are the middle child. We found out last time. You have an
yeah.
older brother and a
Yeah.
younger sister.
Man, they're sure letting this adolescent just go alone. And
I mean,
everything.
I would imagine you're like 13,
Always
maybe
happens.
14,
Yeah.
just old enough to start like
Your
work
family
and-
always goes on vacation without you,
Or-
and everybody
yeah.
lets you do whatever the fuck you want,
Yeah.
even if you're like in China or Australia.
There's no supervision.
matter.
Yep.
Sorry.
The woman laughs, putting you at ease. Oh, don't worry about the silly upholstery, honey. Get in. You sink gratefully into the soft passenger seat. The woman peels off, making a fast U-turn.
Oh.
somehow
Then-
the mud still hits you in the face.
The mud flies through the open window that you didn't roll.
She's a real
Defied
mystery
physics.
Then races down the twisted road at about 80 miles an hour.
Whoa, we gotta slow down here.
I'm Buffy Barlow, she says,
Buffy.
Buffy.
Oh my.
as she
Okay.
expertly navigates a series of sharp turns.
Buffy Barlow.
You don't have to tell me who you are. You're the missing child my neighbor is looking for. The Porsche turns down a three-line driveway. A tree-line driveway, and
three
pulls up under the porch of an enormous house.
She's gonna hold him hostage to get that pig farm.
I mean, mansion or pig
He'll
farm.
pay dearly
I know
for
what I'm
you.
gonna pick.
Miss Barlow smiles sweetly. This is where I live. I thought you'd like a nice hot bath and some fresh clothes before I take you over to your Uncle Norbert's.
As you see, I could fit a fleet of airplanes in my home.
What a nice lady, you think, as you follow her inside. You walk through a series of fancy rooms until you come to the most luxurious bathroom you've ever seen.
It's got a bidet.
It's got a bidet. It's got cages of jaguars.
To watch you use the bidet.
Mrs. Barlow hands you a thick towel and points to the tub. Relax. Take your time. I'll phone Norbert and tell him you're found. She leaves, closing the bathroom door behind her. Oh, by the way, she calls from the other side of the door, if you'll put your clothes on outside the door, I'll have the maid wash them for you. You fill the tub with hot water and bubble bath. The tub is equipped with one of those whirlpools only really rich people can afford. Oh. You turn it on. It's fun to feel the water turning around, and it makes the soap bubbles multiply like crazy.
So far, this is our best decision yet.
I know.
Yeah.
This place has everything. You think to yourself as you look around. There's a television set, a small refrigerator, a Jaguar.
Wow, this place has everything. A TV.
Double take. Ooh, Jaguar.
And on the little table next to you, a phone.
What?
Bathroom phone?
A bathroom phone. I hope it's like a bathroom princess phone, like
Yes.
like in what is that? Pretty Woman? Is that the kind of like just
Oh, yeah. Just
yeah, where she's in a bubble? Like right now, you're Pretty Woman. It is. It's just,
Yes,
you're
it
Pretty
is,
Woman
it
right
is.
now,
Yeah.
just sitting in the bubble bath, waiting for Richard Gere to come home. Your luck sure has changed. You've never telephoned anyone from a bathtub before.
Who are you going to call?
I'm confused.
Ghostbusters. Why would you?
Yes.
You're gonna call the Ghostbusters because there is a ghost gator in the poop stream.
You'll have to speak up. I'm in a bubble bath.
Yes, this is Abe Froman, Social King of Chicago. You're just
Sloan waiting for me outside.
Have the man pull the car around, please.
You think of your best friend back home. Wouldn't Steve be surprised to hear from me, you think?
I'm surprised that Is this the first we've heard of Steve? Yeah. Have we heard
First,
Steve?
you've heard of your best friend Steve, but
Right.
not first you've heard of Steve, the uncle, who is the strong man from Brazil that can
Yes.
just send jaguars around willy-nilly.
Animal.
And I'm pretty sure they're the same Steve.
Your good friend, 45-year-old man, Steve.
You know it's not really the right thing to do, but surely Mrs. Barlow wouldn't mind if you made one long-distance call.
Because you're a dick.
Yeah, you are a dick.
You pick up the phone. Someone else is already using it.
Oh, I've got your child.
Realize when you hear Mrs. Barlow's soft voice. You're about to hang up, but then you hear something that makes a chill go up your spine.
Ooh.
She is holding him hostage.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's worse places you could be held.
Yeah,
on.
this
So many worse things. Yes.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
I
I mean, they have a TV.
You can never leave.
Norbert, if you want to see the child alive,
Oh.
you'll do as I say. Miss Barlow says.
Wow.
Click. The line goes dead. You scramble out of the tub and towel the bubbles off your body. Then you open the door a crack to retrieve your clothes. They're gone. Figures. Yes, they're gone because you had dirty clothes and they were
Yes.
gonna.
She did say they were going to go get cleaned.
Right. Or incinerated, so there's no evidence.
Which, once again, this is a great hostage situation.
Right, it's pretty great.
Your clothes are getting laundered.
Unless she's planning to murder us.
Yeah.
Well, go out in style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
do you know that your Uncle Norbert is a dumb hick?
I think you would know.
Do we even know that Norbert's going to give a shit?
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead and keep them.
And their power's been out for a week. How is she calling him?
Well, the next door neighbor is.
Well, the
She's
phone
probably
line
got a,
has its own ambient power.
and she's got to have a generator or something. Rich people don't run out of electricity.
You sit on the edge of the tub, your mind racing as you consider what to do. You could try to escape, but it's dark and stormy,
And you're naked.
and you're naked. You don't know your way around. You don't know how to get where you're going, and you haven't a thing to wear. Maybe you should just play innocent and try to figure out what Mrs. Barlow has in mind. Maybe you can talk her out of it. If you try to escape, turn to page 73. If you decide to stay and see what happens, turn to page 35.
Let's enjoy
Stay.
ourselves.
I say let's
Yeah.
stay and see what
Let's
happens.
relax, enjoy what may be
I
the
don't
get
want
back
to
in the
run out
bathtub.
cold naked.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, we have the benefit of doing the whole live, die, live again, repeat thing.
Right,
So we know what horrors are in store
Yeah.
for us over at the Norbert Ranch.
Yeah.
Also, there's never been a discussion of what we're being paid at Uncle Norbert's.
you really want to pay off the roof.
Look,
That's like
we,
your goal
we
this
made a
time.
mistake. I want to see it,
Yeah.
fixed.
Also, I don't know if it's he's your mother's brother or your father's
It's your
brother.
father.
But how shitty is their relationship where, like, basically your dad is shaking Norbert down for money to fix the roof?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But he's getting
No,
the
that's what's
labor.
happening.
He's getting that's
like,
true.
that's what's happening.
I feel like I think it's your father's brother because he made a comment last time. I feel like they grew up in Moo Mud, and then your father moved.
They got
away.
out.
Yeah, and so now probably Norbert resents him. I'm making all this up.
Giving rich backstory to
Yeah,
his
yeah.
family.
So we're gonna stay.
Yeah.
We're gonna stay. All right. So yeah, we're gonna find out what other delights, Turkish or otherwise, are in store for us here at the Bosun Barlow. Here at Barlow Manor, a mansion so big it can hold a whole fleet of jumbo jets. Right after this quick word from our sponsors.
SexyHackers.com.
Today's episode of Turn to Page Fun is brought to you by Bathroom Phone. Are you a rich person? Do you enjoy bathing and relaxing, but don't want to get out of the tub to make your important business calls? Well, then you need Bathroom Phone. That's right, it's a phone right next to your bathtub. You can call whoever you want, maybe some friends to brag about how comfortable you are right now, or maybe your underlings to yell at them for being incompetent fools. You can do it all with Bathroom Phone. Do not use Bathroom Phone while pooping.
SexyHackers.com.
And we are back to Turn to Page Fun. This episode we have been picked up after we refused to take a ride and help this crazy old man find his gator / lover.
Grumback's on his own.
Grumback's on his own.
He finds her anyway. We did not help.
We did not help at all in that situation. And so instead, we actually got picked up by our uncle's neighbor.
Right.
And
/ kidnapped.
She's been so nice to us. She put us in a bubble bath, and then we were going to try to call from her rich person princess phone that's in the bathroom, but then we heard her on the other line, or on the same line, threatening somebody about if we want to see the child alive, they do what she says. Threatening Norbert, we imagine. And so we were given a choice to either try to escape, which a rational person might want to think of doing, but seeing as we've already been through the hell that is this book, and we've seen the shit hicktown horrible place that Norbert's ranch is, including the garbage pond.
Oh, yeah.
We decided that it would be better to just stay in this luxurious mansion.
Plus, we don't have a thing to wear.
And we don't have a stitch to wear. So we decided to hang out in the mansion for a little bit and see how everything's going to play out.
And this mansion is so gigantic. We could actually just hide somewhere and she wouldn't find us for at least a week.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, like...
Grab one of those jumbo jets.
Yeah.
Right. You wrap a bath towel around your body and wait. A few minutes later, you hear a knock on the bathroom door.
We even did the one on the hair, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yoo-hoo, calls the soft voice of Mrs. Barlow. I'm leaving a bathrobe here for you. Are you ready to come down to the kitchen for some hot chocolate? Thanks, Mrs. Barlow, you say cheerily. I'll be down in a sec. As soon as her footsteps have faded, you open the door and snatch the bathrobe. Standing in front of the full-length mirror, you slick back your hair with a comb.
Put the aftershave on.
Yes, you are now Kevin McAllister.
You can set up this home to...
I'm dreaming man.
Yeah.
Hair with a comb.
Yeah.
I look like your ordinary rich kid, you think to yourself. Okay.
You're a dick.
But unless I keep my wits together, my life won't be worth 2 cents.
Is it right now?
And then you slap aftershave on your face and you go, ah!
Meanwhile, the wet bandits look outside.
They call us the wet bandits. Call us the sticky bandits.
Were they the sticky bandits?
No, Sticky Bandits in the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few minutes later, you're sitting in front of a cup of steaming hot cocoa.
This is all working out great.
And trying not to wolf down the most delectable cinnamon rolls you've ever eaten.
No, I would not fight that urge. I just wolf them down.
Wait a minute, cinnamon rolls don't crawl.
Bugs in the
Wait a
cinnamon
minute, I'm
rolls.
allergic to cinnamon rolls. Mrs. Barlow is bustling around the kitchen, although there's nothing for her to do. A maid is taking care of everything.
She doesn't know how to use the appliances. She's just like hitting buttons.
She's hitting the blender. There's nothing in it.
I think it's broken.
I spoke with your dear Uncle Norbert, says Mrs. Barlow. Oh, now I know what I want to do with this voice. In the sweetest voice. Oh, you say? Trying not to sound surprised as you butter your fifth...
Butter a cinnamon roll? It's already got icing on it.
You fat asshole. That sounds amazing, and I can't believe I haven't thought about doing that until my 38th year of existence to just add butter onto the cinnamon roll, because fuck it.
No.
Fuck it.
You better get over to that pig farm and start shoveling slop, or you're going to end up all pudgy.
I'll stick with just icing.
All right. They've been hit hard by this storm, she says. They have no electricity, no water. We agreed it's best for you to stay here for a few days.
Okay.
Yep, cool.
The hot bath, the hot chocolate, and all those cinnamon rolls with butter seem to be acting on your overstressed body like some kind of drug.
Oh.
I'm fine with it. Drug me.
Or again, it's...
You're afraid Your brain just isn't working well enough right now to do anything but allow yourself to be led away by Mrs. Barlow.
Sure.
Seconds after you climb up into an enormous 4-poster bed, you're asleep.
Sounds nice.
This not sound
Wake up.
terrible at all.
You wake up in a jaguar cage. Yeah,
Pretty
so far,
sure she drugged us, but
Yeah,
still,
again,
I'm
that's-
with it.
if I get a good night's sleep, beats a tornado.
You're going to
and
wake up like she slips you several $100 bills.
Oh no! You get a paper cut.
She gives you a salami sandwich.
With onions and plenty of mustard. The next day, you're feeling much sharper. Your clothes, washed, mended, and even ironed, are waiting for you on the... How is ironed like the impressive thing about like your torn ass t-shirt that was like mended?
Yeah.
It's like-
So as a t-shirt, it's just going to have all these Frankenstein stitches all over it?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you can go seamless with a t-shirt being.
I mean, yeah, like you don't want to lose that Hugo Boss t-shirt that you're wearing right now.
1990. Day glow.
It's going to be a co-ed naked shirt. Those awful things.
Are waiting for you on the velvet chair next to the gilt-framed mirror in your room. You dress quickly and hurry downstairs, eager to find Mrs. Barlow and get some answers. Instead, you find a kid who looks about your age sitting down to breakfast. He must be Mrs. Barlow's son, since he has the same pudgy body and beige hair.
Ouch.
Ouch! Ooh, you didn't say anything about her
I
having
did
a pudgy
not-
body.
Yeah.
And
And
none of
those drawings I've heard did not look
Did
pudgy.
not have pudgy. No.
Little body shaming from us, the asshole.
Yeah.
Please, he says, gesturing towards silver trays filled with bacon, eggs, and pastries. Help yourself. My name is Craig. Mom said to keep an eye on you while she's away. Where'd she go? You ask, pouring yourself a glass of orange juice. Don't ask, says Craig with a wink.
Wink.
His manner is infuriating. You look at him without smiling.
God, we're such an asshole.
Where's the phone? I want to talk to my Uncle Norbert. I'm afraid that won't be possible, Craig says. Says who? Says the phone company, Craig replies with a smirk. The storm knocked out your uncle's phone last night.
So you say okay and pile on the eggs and
Right.
bacon and
Bacon,
pastries and
Yeah.
eat away.
And you
this
make yourself an egg, bacon, cinnamon roll, and butter sandwich.
And you've never been happier.
Acting like a Bond villain. I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Impossible, Mr.
Protagonist.
So you want me to eat these eggs? No, I want you to die.
You stand up. Then I'll walk to Uncle Norbert's.
No.
No, you won't, Craig says
Start
sharply.
taking some bacon with.
Watch me as you grab a bunch of it.
I'm walking. Just gonna take some bacon for the road.
Take some. Just then, you hear a car coming up the driveway. Fast. Brakes screech. A door slams. And a few seconds later, Miss Barlow comes in through the kitchen door.
Can I? There was no choice to just stay and not be a jerk.
Yeah, I
Not be a
know.
dickhead. Yes, I would. It should
What's
be
all
one.
this fuss about? Miss Barlow asks.
Eat your bacon, boys.
I've just told your son I'm leaving, you say. But Craig and I were looking forward to having you as our guest, she says with a smile. I haven't even had a chance to show you my playrooms, he says coaxingly. You decided that time for games is over.
No.
The time for games is now.
Yes.
I'm not a guest. I'm a prisoner, you say. And I want to know why I've been put under house arrest.
There's worse ways.
Miss Barlow throws open the kitchen door, grabs you by the wrist, and drags you outside onto an immaculate marble terrace surrounding an Olympic-sized pool. At the same time, the most disgusting smell you've ever encountered enters your nose. Here's your answer, she says in an agonized voice. All it takes is a little breeze from over that way, and that loathsome smell is your uncle's pig farm. And the only way to get rid of it is to get rid of him.
I'm convinced.
Okay.
I'm with you, Mrs. Barlow.
Can't we talk about this inside? You manage to choke out. You want to hear what his mad woman has to say, but even more than that, you want to get away from this foul smell of your uncle's pig farm. Mrs. Barlow takes you back inside, where you notice for the first time that the air conditioning is heavily scented with perfume.
Jeez.
I've offered your uncle big bucks for that place, but he won't sell, she continues. So when I heard that you were wandering around in the storm, I came up with a great idea.
How did she hear about that?
I'd pick you up and hold you hostage until Norbert gave in.
Boy, the gossip gets around in this mud hole town.
Hey, did you hear that? There's a kid lost in the storm.
Well,
Kid lost in the storm. Oh, my.
She heard from
I heard it's Norbert's boy.
She heard from old man Grumfuck or whatever his name is.
After you gave great
Old
disgrace.
man Gator fucker.
Old man Gatorfucker. He was like, "Hey, I found her," and he like stopped by. And, oh, by the way,
That ungrateful little shit would help me find my lover.
the woman's even crazier than I thought. You say to yourself,
No, I'm with her.
Doesn't she realize Uncle Norbert will have notified the cops by now?
No.
Slight
She's rich.
smile crosses your face. Yeah, it doesn't matter. She's rich. A slight smile crosses your face. All you have to do is relax until the police arrive. I know what you're thinking, says Miss Barlow, and you can forget it. The chief of police is my brother, and he wants Norbert out as much as I do. Yeah, says Craig.
He
in a-
even planted drugs on him last week.
in a threatening tone. We shot all of his dogs.
Not okay with that.
Says Craig in a threatening tone. Then he looks at you eagerly. Now, can I show you one of my game rooms?
He still wants to play and have
He's a
games
lonely
with you.
kid. He just seems like...
Yeah.
That's a Jaguar, man.
See, now I'm imagining him as Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah, see, it's definitely Francis.
really? Where are they hosing him down?
My father says I can have anything I wanted.
Oh, what'd you ask for, a brain? I love that story.
Yeah.
You realize Craig must be very lonely. Yeah. A fact you may be able to use if you can get him to like you. But you're sick and tired of the Barlows and their games.
I hate us.
If you demand to leave, turn to page 58. If you stay and make friends with Craig, turn to page 66.
66.
Stay.
I feel like you're going to turn. Well, I suppose that your cousin isn't with you. I'm just thinking it's going to go to the Jaguar
She's
cage.
right back to the Jaguar cage.
But the cousin's not with us, so maybe.
Yeah.
Cousin Mitchell?
Mitchell? Yeah, I
All right, let's
let's
stay.
stay. Let's stay.
This is a good gig we got going on.
Yeah,
We're
this
pieces
is-
of shit.
Yeah, we are
We're
awful.
horrible
We're a
person.
horrible person from a horrible
This is-
family.
I think this is the most I've hated us as a protagonist. Like, why am I such an asshole? Good.
Like, yeah, we're being held against our will, but this is it's a good
It
place
shouldn't
to
be against
held.
our will. My will is to stay here in this nice place.
yeah.
I'm not anxious to go to a pig farm to work.
You smelled it and you're like, oh, that's terrible. I want to go there.
All right, so we're gonna find out what happens when we go to
Craig's.
one of Craig's many playrooms.
Oh, yes.
After this quick word from our sponsors.
SexyHackers.com.
This episode of Turn to Page Fun brought to you by Shitty Kids. Are you a shitty kid? Are you just a piece of shit? Are you so fucking awful that you like make everything about you and happen to you and you can't even appreciate when good things happen and you still say it's bad? Try out Shitty Kid. Be a shitty kid. Go ahead and say no to a poor old man who's trying to find his lost alligator. Go ahead and judge that woman eating a delicious fucking sandwich. Judge that man who's just trying to sleep on the bus. Don't tell anybody how to stay safe in a tornado. Just be a shitty kid. You know what? A strange woman, your neighbor, your uncle's neighbor, decides to put you up in her luxurious mansion. Be shitty about it. You know what? If you're meaner than the privileged son, you're a shitty kid. Shitty Kid, brought to you by America.
SexyHackers.com.
And we're back.
Put butter on your cinnamon rolls? Be a shitty kid.
Be a shitty kid.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we're back to Turn to Page Fun. So we are reading through The Worst Day of Your Life by Edward Packard, where you are a horrible person who is complaining about their terrible day, which is it's a frustrating day.
It's true, yeah.
But a lot of your frustrations, it seems to be, are just you're blowing them way out of proportion.
Yeah, you're self-imposing this self-fulfilling prophecy.
Very much so. You have a terrible attitude about everything. And currently, you were picked up in the rain by the nicest millionaire. And she's brought you into her home, and she's using you as leverage. But come on, she's not really using you as leverage.
Yeah.
She's jizz, but she isn't.
She's got some bad motives to it, but she's still treating you so good.
Right. She's not going to kill you.
That's the thing. I don't think.
But
Right. She says if you want to see him alive again, but
Yeah.
she could just adopt you.
she could just adopt you, which is, oh no, I got adopted by a millionaire.
Yeah.
So we're in this situation where this millionaire is holding us hostage against your shitty hick uncle who has a terrible pig farm because she wants to buy his land, which is not good. But you're fine. You're happy. I don't know why this is the worst day of your life because you had a nice bubble bath. You had cinnamon rolls with butter. Like I don't get it.
Delicious breakfast.
Your clothes were washed, mended, and ironed.
The air you're breathing now is literally scented with perfume.
Yes.
Right, coming through the air conditioners. And her poor child,
Yeah.
Craig, it just wants you to be his friend.
Yep.
He's so excited that he's going to be he's got a friend to show off all of his things to. And so we decided that we were going to actually let him.
Yes.
Because it keeps on giving you decisions right now in this part of the story to like stand up against these very nice millionaires. And we've been like, no, we're just going to enjoy the nice things they give us.
Yes.
So that's what we decided to do is we've decided to go with Craig, her pudgy son, to see one of his many playrooms that he is
shitty about that, too.
so excited about. Sure, Craig, you say, trying to sound friendly. I'd like to see your toys. Craig leads you through a quarter mile of carpet. A quarter mile?
Well, once again, this house can hold a fleet of private jets. So, okay, I believe it.
All right.
A quarter mile of carpeted hallways to a large room filled with every video game imaginable.
Even E.T.?
Shelves.
Atari's E.T.?
It's all Atari's E.T.
Oh, no.
That's where they put the Atari ETs.
That was where they went.
The horror.
I've actually played that game.
Yeah, I have too. It's terrible.
You don't know what to do.
I don't know.
That's the thing. That's what's so terrible
fall
about the
down
game.
a
You
hole.
have no idea what to do. You fall down a hole
I
and you're
thought you
done.
were reading the book.
Yeah, I thought
Sorry.
we were back in that situation.
Shelves around the room hold every board game ever invented.
Okay.
Bet you don't have anything like this at home, he says with a leer. With his manners, you wonder why this creep doesn't have any friends, you think.
Oh, gee. Why
I'm surprised you have friends.
I'm impressed, you say. But I know a really great game we could play.
Oh, no.
I made it up myself.
Oh, no.
You lower your voice. It's called Secret Spy.
Secret spy.
Secret spy.
You can tell he's interested. Of course, it takes brains and guts to play, you tell Craig, naming the two qualities he lacks most. Fuck
Come on!
Fuck you, shitty kid.
Jesus!
Oh, I'm kind of hoping we end up in that Jaguar cage.
Yeah, I don't care about us anymore.
I don't care
Make
about
the worst
us anymore.
decisions now.
No one should attempt Secret Spy unless they're the best. That's me. I'm the best. Just tell me what to do, Craig says in a shrill voice. We spy on enemy neighbors, you say. We only have one enemy neighbor, your Uncle Norbert, Craig says, looking a little uncomfortable. Then lead me to him, you say in a commanding voice. But I don't know if I should, Craig whimpers. I told you it takes guts, you say. Come on, let's go.
You want to lead us to your uncle, your neighbor, whoever. Oh, you're so manipulative.
Craig leads you toward the back door, but he hesitates when he spots his mother sitting at the kitchen table. Come on, you're supposed to be a top spy, you whisper. You must know another way out of here.
There has to be at least a dozen back doors that you could have gone out of.
Do the right thing, Craig.
Craig looks scared, but you flatter him, encouraging him until he manages to get the two of you out of the house through a giant hangar door because of the jumbo jets. No. Out of the house through a basement window.
There was no need for that. There had to have been at least another dozen back doors.
No, the security is very tight here. The servants' quarters. Oh, no.
A couple of big Dobermans are patrolling the place.
Oh.
But since they know Craig, they wag their tails like puppies.
Aw.
And you're able to walk right by. A half hour later, you and Craig are hunched over behind some bushes,
You finally reached the property line.
Yeah, right.
spying on your Uncle Norbert, who is sitting in a rocker on his front porch. You've been a great secret spy, you tell Craig, but I'm afraid the game is over.
We're in the end game now.
Shouldn't Norbert be working?
Yeah. What? Oh, this whole thing.
You drag Craig behind you out to your Uncle Norbert. Hey, how'd you get loose? Your uncle says. Call the cops, you say. Mrs. Barlow is going to hold me hostage until you sold your farm. Does that mean I'm going to jail? Craig blubbers. No, you answer, but you don't have the heart to tell him what could happen to his mother. Thanks to you, Mrs. Barlow doesn't have to worry about living next door to a pig farm anymore. She's living in the slammer, doing time for kidnapping.
No, she's not.
You won't be anywhere near Uncle Norbert's farm either. Your mother and father decided you've made up for your bad behavior in the past and definitely earned a trip to Hawaii with the rest of the family. Oh, fuck off.
Is that?
As for Craig, he's got just the right job. Working for your uncle on the pig farm.
Why is Craig being punished?
The end.
The worst ending. The worst ending.
Craig did nothing.
Craig did absolutely nothing.
They got plenty of money. Somebody
This-
could watch
No,
them in
and
a
yeah,
mansion.
she is not in jail.
It has become the worst day of Craig's life at this point. Yeah, she would not be in jail. Her
No,
brother
she would
is the
not
chief
be.
of police.
Yeah,
She's not in
family.
jail.
This was all just a misunderstanding, you see.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what, the family then like sent him a ticket to come out to Hawaii?
I don't
did they-
know,
what
but
These are all-
like,
there's no heroes.
there's no
heroes in this story.
This is just shitty people being rewarded for being shitty.
I hope there's a sequel to this where you're Craig and you have to like get out of this
and
pig farm.
escape from the
revenge.
pig farm.
Get revenge.
Yeah, and you're
on that
Craig, who's
asshole.
actually
Craig's
done nothing.
revenge.
Yeah, Craig's revenge.
The good part is though, Craig is not going to be working on the pig farm, so he's going to get super muscular.
Oh yeah, he's gonna come.
And
for
he's
you.
going to get great at sports.
Yep.
And his life will be great.
Yeah.
Because he'll get a scholarship.
Great
He'll go to a
sports.
good
And
college.
also, he's still rich
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
rich.
They don't like
He's still
seize
got
her
family.
property.
He will find us and he will beat
crush
the
that
shit
pig
out of
farm.
us.
and we would deserve it because we are a shitty kid.
Cut to Craig just standing watching the pig farm burn with everything in the barn. He's like,
As he's just super buff and ripped.
Jaguar to me.
Oh yeah, you
And he tamed the jaguar.
Then he could be like Batman because he's got all that money.
Oh yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
Yeah, way to go, protagonist. You made Batman, the Batman
Jaguar.
of Mud.
he rides a Jaguar. Yeah,
Jaguar.
the Jaguar of the night.
Ah, wow, wow. That never have I
So
despised
that's
an
Definitely
happy
the
ending.
end of one book.
Yep. One ending.
And the thing is, I have a natural distrust for very wealthy people.
Right.
You
Yeah.
were on the side of the
But like
millionaires.
they have,
Yeah.
other than the intrinsic immorality and unethical
Right.
fact that they have way too much money.
Yeah.
They've done actually nothing wrong to
Yeah.
you because that's
Especially Craig. Craig is.
especially Craig.
I mean, yeah, they were keeping you and they had bad motives, yes. But you were
Cheated.
never in any harm.
yeah.
you
yeah,
were
she
never
wasn't
in any
gonna-
danger.
She wasn't gonna.
I don't think you were gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
no.
weren't.
You
gonna
were
hurt
never in any danger.
She even went out of her way to show you why she was keeping you there and why she wanted to buy that farm. She goes, hey,
Yeah.
smell that? That's why I want to buy that farm. smells like shit.
And you agreed. You were like, oh,
Yeah.
terrible. Get
Yeah, I was
out
like,
of
oh,
here.
can we talk about this inside? Because this smells like shit. And she's like,
yeah.
yeah, I know. And he's like, oh, thank God, I'm inside this billionaire's house now that is pumping air.
And the thing is,
air-conditioned
I don't get the
perfume.
impression that the pig farm is doing well. Like, they might be better to get
He
bought
was
out.
just sitting on the porch.
Yeah, he wasn't
And
working.
We found him. He was like,
They gotta-
well, how'd you get loose? I wasn't looking for you or anything.
There's a pond full of stinky garbage.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. Wait a minute. He says to you, when you run, how did you get loose? Which means to say that maybe there's a whole thing between him and the neighbor now to extort your parents that he probably counter.
Yeah, he did not seem like he was grateful to see him.
Yeah.
No.
That he is now, he counter offered to Mrs. Barlow is like, hold on,
Keep him.
keep him because I have a rich brother who can afford to go to Hawaii with
Right,
his
he's got
family.
his lights out, and they're like,
So
Just
I will
jetting the-
sell my place to you, and then let's also get money from my brother because
Right.
I am a horrible piece of shit who threatens to throw my children into the death pond.
yes.
I also let my bull just run crazy and destroy your flowers.
No.
Oh boy. The only light of the tunnel in that scenario, maybe, just maybe, Craig works on the pig farm.
Gets
he learns he gets buff, and maybe he just learns a little of what it's like to actually have to work for.
Oh,
shit.
so he has an undercover boss situation,
Right.
Only it
Maybe
actually
he
like really
becomes
works.
an
So
actual
Craig starts
better
using
person.
his wealth to be a better person.
Yes, that's my headcanon. That's
Craig
what
is the good guy.
happens. Yeah,
Craig is the good guy.
hero
Craig,
of the story.
Craig is on the cusp of change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a Greta Gerwig story wherein we don't
Yeah.
see the actual outcome of the change, but we like the whole journey is Craig's being open to change.
We don't change. We're a piece of shit from the get-go until the very end.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Oh,
the
boy.
time we played Schoolhouse or
Jailhouse
Rock in the gym.
Yes.
when we
And this
were,
is the '90s where they were like, "Oh,
I also have a lot of
Elvis."
questions about how
No,
that was
that
working.
didn't
Was there
happen
like
in
a
the
PA
90s.
system that he was just hanging out and just listening to it?
oh man,
I just actually nudged a button and it just went out to the whole school.
All right. Well,
okay. So now it comes to time to review the book. Let's. We already know a little bit about the author, but let's just say this is the 100th book, so they have a
yeah.
little bit about Edward Packard, and all they say this time around is Edward Packard is a graduate of Princeton University and Columbia Law School. He developed the unique storytelling approach used in Choose Your Own Adventure series while thinking up stories for his children, Caroline, Andrea, and Wells.
Wells.
Yeah, and that's all they have about. So Edward Packard is one of the original Choose Your Own Adventure people. Him and R.A. Montgomery.
Shannon Gilligan did a few, right?
Yes, she did. So let's go to our final thoughts on this book. On a so Brian, on a scale of 0 to 10 salami onion sandwiches. What would you give this book?
This is a hard one because I'm so tainted by my dislike of the narrator. I'm gonna give it a 3.
A 3? Okay.
Because it at least, I mean, there was stuff going on. It just slowly eroded my faith in us as the
people?
protagonist.
Oh, as protagonist. Yes.
Well, yeah, and us as people in general.
As
It just seems
people in general.
And this was the 90s, too. Things weren't that bad, as I remember, but I was a young child as well. So, yeah, I'm going to go with three salami and onion sandwiches.
Don't get too hung up on this is the 90s. Things weren't so bad because, as a wise person once told me, nostalgia is a toxic impulse.
I say that all the time.
That's true.
It is. Nostalgia's a toxic impulse.
I suppose so. All right. Well, yeah, that's what because I can't go negative, right? I can't go in the negative.
If you want to go negative, like
So you're regurgitating the
scale
onion?
Yeah.
of-
Well, I'm a vegetarian, so if I eat the salami onion sandwich, it's not. I shouldn't
You
have
just get an
3 of
onion
those.
sandwich.
Yeah, I'll get the onions.
An onion sandwich?
Hold the salami.
All right.
Onion mustard sandwich.
I'll
No.
take your salami.
No bugs, please.
No bugs. All right.
All right, that's my review.
Stacy, on a scale of 0, on a scale of regurgitated to 10 salami and onion sandwiches, what would you give this book?
I gotta say, I didn't like Us as people, but compared to a lot of the other books we read, the choices were good. Like it wasn't just like you go back to the boat, or you know what I mean. Like I felt like it was a good, that it had good storylines, and that the choices were. There wasn't one obviously shitty choice and one obviously good choice.
Right, yeah.
So for that, I mean, I thought it was a good read. So I'm gonna give it 5.5 salami.
5.5 salami sandwiches.
Yes.
Awesome. And Ron, on a scale of regurgitated to 10 salami sandwiches, what are you going to give this?
I think I'm gonna have to go with 3.5 sandwiches.
3.5 sandwiches, okay.
Because our shittiness aside, it was quite an adventure at this mud town. The old guy with his alligator, a tornado just destroyed an entire bus full of people that we were just able to forget about immediately. The kid Craig got a jaguar. You know, it's like. There's a lot. I mean, there was a lot of interesting turns that I did not expect to happen, and your uncle just torturing his children by taking them to the pond, like gaze upon death, children. Understand this is your life.
Your cousin Mitchell's response to that, where he is weeping.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just like I don't want to work today, Uncle. This was like traumatic for him. Like, so I give it 3.5. It was
3.5.
And I myself, on a scale of regurgitated to 10 salami sandwiches, are going to give this a big old 20-foot salami hoagie. Because I love this book. This is a party sub of a book for me.
All right.
And maybe that says something about my nihilism and misanthropy. But the thing I love most about this book is it is a feast for the imagination.
very much so.
It tempts you with so many. Yes, it does.
Indeed, Oni.
Indeed, Oni. It tempts you and it brings you in and it makes you feel like it makes you ask questions and it creates a whole universe for you to explore within your brain. Like what is going on with Mr. Grumchuck? What was his name?
Grumback.
Mr. Grumback and that gator. It's like, why is there just an open sewage ditch going through the town of Moomud?
Not even just a ditch; it was a river. It was a river of sewage.
Where does that come from? Where does it go? We can only ask Cotton Eye Joe.
That's gotta be runoff from the uncle's farm.
Who is this millionaire Barlow whose brother is the chief of police?
Yes, the whole politics of this place are fascinating.
Is there any sibling jealousy there?
So
because
many.
he is just a lawman, and she is a millionaire.
The whole bus wasn't just wrecked; it was taken by the tornado.
Yeah.
So where did it go?
Oh, Oz.
Are they in Oz now?
Oz.
Is Sandwich Lady going through Oz and trying to get back home? And did a witch steal her salami sandwich? And that's the means by which she can get back home.
What do you think Mrs. Baylor is? Just driving by in her Porsche in the sky.
I love this book. There's just so many, and there's no heroes in this book. This book
Craig
is
closest thing.
so nihilistic. Yeah, everybody's awful, and I strongly suggest reading it.
We didn't go through the tunnel.
We didn't go in the sewage tunnel.
There were options we did not get to. So,
and there are only 14 endings to this book.
How many did we do?
And we did about 5.
We did a few more. Yeah.
We got about maybe up to halfway through all the endings in this book, but there are even more. Yeah. And there are more questions. It's like, I'm pretty sure that your Uncle Norbert and Mrs. Barlow are in cahoots.
Yeah.
Regarding your kidnapping. There's just, and the other great thing that I noticed that we commented on lastly was that there is an internal logic to this book.
Right. I like that.
Where it circles back around on, there is definitely a story. There is a fleshed out universe. It's almost like a D&D campaign. Mm-hmm. Like I would like to see a party of 4, maybe a rogue, a bard, a wizard, and a cleric go through this worst day of somebody's life.
The rogue is secret spy.
To see what happens. So again, big giant party sub coming from Nick.
All right.
Highly recommend Worst Day of Your Life by Edward Packard. That being said, Brian.
Yeah.
What's going on with you? What's happening here in December?
Here in December, well, this is actually happening every week. Right here on the Sexy Hackers network, you can watch on Twitch, No Dice, the improvised role-playing adventure where you can help steer our adventure along. Each week, a group of us people have crazy adventures. You choose the the viewers, choose the character and the location, and we just go and have fun. And I play some music in the background, and it's a good time. So check that out.
Yes.
Yeah. No dice. Sexy Hackers. It's what? Twitch.tv/SXY Hackers.
All right. Awesome. Stacy.
I also do that.
Thank you, Stacy. Stacy also does that. Ron, what's happening with you?
I don't do no dice.
Oh, you could. You could be a
Yes.
I try to watch it though.
Thank you.
There we go. Yeah, because you can watch and comment because it is
Yes.
a Twitch stream. So
Or
don't
watch it on
comment,
YouTube.
though.
please do.
Later.
I just feel uncomfortable commenting because I always have to come in late because I get back from the gym and I'm like kind of come in halfway.
You know, you don't need to go to the gym anymore. You can just work at a pig farm.
Apparently I can. Apparently if I get a job at a pig farm, I'll become really good at sports and buff. And
Yeah, but you'll know those cinnamon rolls with butter are just next door.
yeah.
You got to work them off. All right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Ron, for being here.
This
was
was
a
fun.
lot of fun. You can also most definitely see Ron live in person with Variety Hour Happy Hour. Sometime around this time, we are going to be doing a
stage
super special Star Wars parody Christmas show live and in concert.
Stars War.
Stars War. Please check that out. Go to your local Facebook and look up your local events page. And if you are in Milwaukee, it will be local for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you will see us, and it will be lots and lots and lots of fun. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much to Sexy Hackers for giving us this wonderful, wonderful opportunity to read to you these wonderful, hilarious books. It's Christmas, and so it's time to buy your loved ones gifts. And there's no greater gift that says, I love you, than a Sexy Hacker t-shirt with a caricature of me on the front.
Yep.
Which is what I'm wearing right now. You can buy
you
these, and they're oh so comfortable, oh so stylish, and oh so efficacious. Thank you to Oni, our studio corgi, for chiming in and not talking when he's supposed to. Thank you to thank you to Mr. Dave Lane for making us sound amazing.
He's a monster.
And thank you so very much to you for being you, listening to us read to you. And with that, we say goodbye this time on Turn to Page Fun, where we will see you next time through your ears.
SexyHackers.com Stream Team!